In today's gospel, the church brings a beautiful parable from the Gospel of St. John for us to reflect. It is the parable of the vine and the branches. In this parable, Jesus speaks to us as his Father being the vine grower, and he being the vine, and we being the branches. And he tells us to be united to him, to stay connected with him. And if that is the case, we will produce and bear much fruit. We can say the sap of his grace will circulate through the vein of our souls. And this parable is a call to the interior life, to remember that if we want any fruit to be born in our spiritual life, in us reaching out to others, in our life of apostolate and mission, it is important to live that interior life, to give primacy and priority to our life of prayer. That is why it is so important to dedicate each day a moment to reflect, to think, to praise, to thank God for how good He is to us. A time to use the scriptures, to pause for a moment, to let the Word of God nourish our meditation and our reflection. But it is also important to remain connected with God throughout the day. We can very easily raise up our minds to the Lord for just about 2 or 3 seconds here and there, and offer Him a heart that is full of faith, full of trust, and full of love, knowing that God is a good Father to each one of us. So it's important to remain united to Christ, to God the Father as well, as we strive to cultivate our interior life. Again, this is how we will bear much fruit, how God will bear much fruit in us and through us. Christ also says that at times the Father prunes His vine. At times He let us go through some challenges and difficulties, and He does so because He wants us to bear much fruit. We prune a vine because in that way we will have better fruits and better grapes and better wine. And so the Lord allows us to go through challenges because that will be a pruning for us to grow in holiness, to grow in union with Him, to turn to Him and grow in our faith, grow in our trust, and grow in our love for Him and for others. So let us remember that without God we cannot do anything. That's what Christ tells us in this gospel. With Him, everything can be done. If you're united with Him, we can be done, and we can trust in the Lord that when He prunes us, it is always for our greater good and for our growth in His love and in our love for others as well. God bless you and keep you.